Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Think Future podcast. I'm your host, Chris Kalabukas, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. Now, I ask you, do you find that innovation has stalled lately? That innovation has basically run up against a brick wall and doesn't seem to be getting anywhere? And I wonder if that has something to do with us stepping away from the concept of competition. Now, in a capitalistic system, competition is what drives everything. Competition drives sales, drives profitability, drives adoption of new products. It drives everything. But for some reason, over the last little while, we've all stepped back and decided that, maybe competition isn't that good a thing anymore. Maybe we shouldn't focus on doing better or getting better or advancing ourselves or grabbing market share or whatever. I mean, there are some companies that are definitely doing that. Look at something like Amazon. Amazon's pretty cutthroat about it. But there's plenty of other companies who are sort of stepping back and looking at other things. They're looking at it in a more holistic way. They're looking at their employees' well-being. They're looking at their customers, they're looking at social justice, they're looking at all these different factors that have nothing to do with being competitive. In fact, they'd rather take political positions than focus on competition, focus on execution, focus on their products and services, focus on being the best possible product at the best possible price, in the best possible space to capture that customer. In short, they're stepping away from capitalism. They're stepping away from capitalism and not making profits the driving motive of their business. It's still there. But I find it's getting less and less important. And those companies who don't have this as the driver of their business, that they're not competing effectively and efficiently against their customers, they're going to die. I'm sorry, but all of this social justice stuff is great, and all of this thinking about things outside of profitability is great. However, it's dangerous. It's a very dangerous ground, especially considering the current economic situation that we're in. We need to re-up our focus on innovation. We need to re-up our focus on profitability. We need to re-up our focus on competition, on driving our competitors into the ground. I mean, it sounds cruel. It sounds horrible. But the reality is that that's what capitalism is. That's what business is. Capitalism, business, it's based on nature. It's survival of the fittest. And the company that does the best is going to win. I mean, look at what's happening right now with the coronavirus. A company like Amazon, an e-commerce online company like Amazon, is taking it to the bank. They're doing amazingly great because they are focusing on taking advantage of the crisis and driving more profitability, driving more services, using that ability that they have to ship things to the customer to capture that market share away from other companies. Now, some of you may be going, oh my God, that's horrible. But if you're an Amazon shareholder, you're probably going, yes, 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 as the thing shoots up over and above 3,000%, $3,000 a share. We all have to step back and think about it. And this is maybe one of the reasons why companies are no longer innovating. They're not innovating because they're not as interested in being as competitive as they were before. I mean, this is cutthroat. Business is cutthroat. And if you don't act cutthroat in business, in driving your profitability and in competing against your competitors, then you're going to die. You're just going to die. In fact, in some cases, you may already be dead because you're focusing on all these other things instead of driving profitability, instead of driving the bottom line, instead of driving your your competitors out of business. If you're not trying to drive your competitors out of business as your number one priority, then where will you be in 5 years, 10 years? 96% of businesses will be gone. Will be gone. And only the ones that focus on profitability, and the ones that focus on driving profitability through innovation will still be around. Is that your company?